Virgo, I'm really impressed. You astrologically have worked around. You've made it about work. Again, I think the last reading was like, why is it always about work with you? And this one's literally about work. Legit. And then in 2 weeks, it's going to be about revisiting why you have not included any play into your life. But, all right, so Virgo rising, but also Virgo sun and moon. We're talking about the new moon that we have coming up in Gemini in your 10th house of career, public life, legacy, the public image. I'm referencing also we have Venus, Mars, and Lilith in our 12th house of soul purpose, healing, closure, and coming home. It's the last house of the zodiac, for you, the last house. And then I have Pluto over here, retrograde, back in Capricorn, back into your 5th house of creativity, play, romance, childlike spirits, and joy. We have Saturn retrograde in your 7th house of relationships over here. We have exciting stuff in your house of quest, adventure, higher education, long distance travel. Like, why does it work? Again, manifest. Okay. What if, and I've asked this in a few of the videos, if time or money were no object, what would you do? But if everyone on the planet also had time, and infinite money, what would you do? Okay, you want to stay in your career, you want to stay in that realm. We need, nurses, doctors, we need, all the different things. Would you cut back? What do you do in your free time then? Take a course, obviously. I'm hearing you. Educate more. I get it. But with all this beauty and legacy, and for Leo to be running your 12th house says that, like, there's a little is work and success in your work becoming an addiction? Oh, something did fall. Saturn, retrograde in Pisces, in your 7th house. I'll put the Saturn in Pisces video. Mental health is no fucking joke right now, dude. It is no joke. So, and everything was once ambrosia. We're looking at addictions here. Work is an addiction, honey. Work is an addiction. What if, I want to say this as lovely and gently as I possibly can, but it's you, so I know that I can use a little bit of harsh tones for you. Being good at your job, amazing. Receiving praise for what you do, necessary. Absolutely necessary. Like, Leo runs your 12th house, so you do appreciate the praise for being the one that comes in to save the day because you're good. Okay, dude, Saturn is talking. I know that it's not my tape because I put a lot of tape on here. But Saturn in Pisces is talking to you right now. Hold on. So I want you to go back into your childhood in a meditation, and I want you to look at mom and dad. There's some parental stuff going on in here. And I want you to know that you're worthy of praise. Even if you weren't as smart as you were when you were back then, even if you weren't a child prodigy, even if you weren't the one that is the, star. You were worthy of love. You were worthy of the ability to play. I really would love for you to focus on play. Pluto was in Capricorn, went into Capricorn in 2008, and this is its final stand, if you will. Saturn, Neptune, retrograde in your house of relationships. Like, there's some adolescent stuff in here, honey. There's some inner child stuff that the South Node is at the very last degree of Scorpio. It's been really purging all these old things from childhood, all these old, the way that we communicated and why. But I just want you to know that you were worthy of love even without your title. Even to this day, you're worthy of love without your title, without being so good, without being so smart. You are just a human being on this planet, and you are worthy of love and support and acceptance and praise for just being alive. You know, I had a really powerful moment the other day when a coworker of mine who is a high school student, I was working at the restaurant, and this is one of the waiter's aides, and there was literally, for a moment in time, nothing to do. There's nothing to do. We didn't have tables yet. We'd set for success. Everything was fine. There was no food to run. There was no drinks to run. Everybody was tended to. Everything was fine, and we were standing there for maybe 30 to 45 seconds. And she just said to me, she goes, "This feels like stealing." I go, what do you mean? She goes, "We're just standing, we're not working." I was like, yeah, this is the vibration that every human being should be able to feel, where you're just getting paid to be yourself because you're worthy of that. And they looked at me like I had 5 fucking heads. Like, no, this feels really awkward. It feels like I'm stealing. And that was powerful. I'm still unpacking that because it was definitely a message for me. Where I'd love for you to really look at, like, who are you without work? Who are you without work? And I'd love for you to maybe do some manifesting for legacy a little bit more. Legacy and like soul purpose, and like who you want to be in, like in the tribe of humanity, and not just in your micro, but like, and using powerful I am statements. I am enough. I am worthy. I have the windows open, so you might hear some outside chatter and stuff like that. I am worthy. I am enough. Venus is going to be retrograde in Leo. We're like, everybody's feeling like a hot girl summer right now. And it's just, or hot girl winter if you're in the southern hemisphere. But like, this to me, I want you to revisit fun as like the most necessary part of work. Like a work-life balance that includes, you have to time block that shit. If you have a full schedule, I want you to find an hour in that schedule. You can find an hour in your week. You can find an hour in your week that's like tits out fun. That's like kiddo fun. Playing fun. And I struggle with this too. I'll speak from I statements. That's all I can ever do. Yesterday was the first day that I made art that I rolled around. I still have green all over me because I forgot that the green is the hardest one to take off. I rolled around in green paint and I added the green heart-centered love to my big canvas that I've been doing chakras for. I started this in March. It's June. And I was very triggered by bringing out all my art stuff because I was creating every single day without care, without question. Because you can't monetize it, Sarah. You know? It's just for you. You don't have a photographer. You don't have somebody taking pictures. You don't have all the things. So it was very, which I know you know. I know you get it. You mutable access, you. I just can't even believe. I couldn't even imagine what that must feel like. But so I would love for you to be focusing on, has work become an addiction? And if so, what's underneath that? What's underneath that? If you've been with me for a little bit, you know I've been removing cannabis flower from my life, and it has not been easy. But the person that I see that holds space for me was like, yeah, because you use it to check out, to avoid your feelings. Now I'm feeling all the feelings, and I'm like, but I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't do this. Oh, the silence of loneliness is roaring, Sarah, isn't it? Ooh, so you didn't want to look at that, did you? Oh, you have to go out? Sober? To restaurant? Not blasted? Oh, you never done that before either. You got to put yourself out there. Oh, you didn't want to look at that, did you? Did you? No, I didn't want to look at that. So I'm with you. I'm never going to preach something to you that I myself have not really dove into And I can only offer you my assessment of what's happening in the planets for you right now, Virgo. Yeah, like, what if you took this Jupiter and Uranus transit to be like a trip that wasn't a work trip? You know? Doing something fun that doesn't go on the refrigerator. Making something and then throwing it away. They're saying, like, watch a good movie, watch a feel-good movie. Or maybe, you know, find a series that you can really just dive into and immerse yourself in that's just kind of like whatever. It's not a docu-series, it's not a documentary, that's just like a good old rom-com or something that's like... Yeah, my guides are just showing me like you just like opening the windows, not to clean, just to get some fresh air in there. Don't clean the house, not a spring cleaning. This is not what I'm telling you. I just want you to like Belle opening the windows, like bonjour, bonjour. Like just open the windows and breathe air and just say, I'm alive. I'm gonna die one day. And they're not going to fucking care what my title was. And they're not going to read how many days I stayed late at the office at my fucking funeral. It's the content of your character, my dear, that matters. And you are a beautiful, loving, hearted person. You're such an exceptional being. And I love you and I see you and I honor you. And I am only offering you these look at addictions because I myself am experiencing that. And a lot of others within this community. You are not alone. You are not alone. And don't think for a moment that I'm judging you. I'm just saying that you are worthy of redirecting yourself, you mutable earth, run by Mercury in Gemini at the top of your chart. And the new moon is run by Gemini. So there's a lot of good feelings. This new moon is run by Gemini. So it's Mercury. You're run by Mercury. Mercury is in Gemini. There's lots of good things happening in Gemini. So you have so much goodness within you. You are a flower. You don't have to be a flower that turned into a nurse or this person that turned into a hockey star. You can be yourself existing and it's not stealing. You can just be on this planet. Yeah. I love you and I'm proud of you. We're going to be purging at the full moon coming up in your 5th house of play. What play used to be, what fun used to be, what, we're going to be loving up on our inner child too, it seems like. This is like in Capricorn, so like you have your 5th house of play run by Capricorn. So it's... I'm going to get emotional. I want you to maybe... be the you that you needed when you were a kid. Because there was probably a you back then that just felt like, why don't I get to be a kid? Why do I have to be a grown-up all the time? This is big for you, honey. This is a huge, huge shift. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud to be here with you. I didn't expect to feel that feeling, but yeah. Your inner child needs you to just give it a big old hug in a way that they're allowed to be a kid now. You're so abundant and so prosperous and so knowing that you can take a long weekend and just be a kiddo and eat too much pizza and just put on an extra pound. Who cares? Yeah. You're really worthy of healthy, equal love. I love you so much.